I am your host, Magneto7, with my host.
Unapologetically, Kay. How y'all doing?
We good, we good. And we got a guest coming in tonight too, so I can't wait to bring him up. He's not used to what this show is about to be. So I'm looking forward to the awkward moments that we present to the crowd. We got to keep the people going. You know what I mean? We got to do it. Got to do it. So I don't know if we have anybody in the chat, but you can start letting us know how your weekend was. Huh?
My
How was
weekend,
your weekend?
my weekend was great. My daughter went to prom. She was beautiful.
Already?
Yes,
Wow.
she went to prom. It was amazing. Love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, I'm glad you enjoyed the prom. I'm
Mm,
just
I
no, go
mean,
ahead.
she enjoyed the prom. She had fun. Don't even start.
You don't know what I was gonna say
Don't
anyway.
even start, Scorpio.
You have no clue what I was about to say.
I could hear it. Don't start.
But I gotta start because I got daughters too, so it's like ah. Ugh.
Be prepared to gag.
I'm
Okay.
not I'm not ready.
Be prepared. Be
So
prepared.
so the prom was good. How was the date?
They
How was he?
He was good. He was very kind. He was very sweet. They're both extremely shy. So taking pictures was like pulling teeth.
That's good. That's
It
good.
was like,
I'm
y'all,
for
can y'all just pretend for like 5 minutes that you
Jesus.
know each other? Can we
Thank
do
you.
that?
Thank you,
Can
Jesus.
we do that? Because Big G was like, keep keep it apart like a Red Sea. Like
Yeah.
they couldn't stand close together. They were like,
Okay,
looking
good.
at.
That's what we want. That is exactly what we want. We don't want nobody to be comfortable at the prom. Look like, yeah,
It
yeah.
was not, but this group of children, this group
Hmm.
of children, most of them don't drive. So
Oh,
fine. So I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You get picked up by your mom
they
and you
don't drive?
no, they don't. They don't see
Why?
the need. They don't want to. They Uber and Lyft everywhere. Like, what is the
Oh,
point of that?
well, that could be a
Like, you know how
vibe.
much money they save?
Uh, so they do what? Uber Black? They doing the Uber Black? What they doing? What kind of Uber they doing?
Well, they didn't Uber this time, but the mom she took them. But yeah, they don't care.
Ugh, that don't even sound cool no more.
They don't care about.
Ugh.
They don't.
Do I want to say? Do I want to talk about my prom? I do. I do.
Nope. Mm-mm. No, we're not. We're not Scorpio.
Why do you want me to talk about my prom?
No.
My prom was sensational. Hey, that.
That's why
Yeah,
we don't talk about it. Where's your mama at? Where I need to find her.
she might be in the chat on Facebook. I don't know where she at, but listen, yeah, I don't know. Maybe by the time my girls go to the prom, they'll have like robots, and I'll be like, we're good. I get them a robot to go to the prom with. We ain't gonna do no.
No.
We ain't do no human. Mm-mm.
No. No.
Too many options to mess up.
Oh
No,
my gosh. You gotta stop.
my baby going to the prom with a robot.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Yeah.
No, she's not going. You know what? I don't know what she'll be going with.
So is the what was the thing called was it a croissant? That's what you eat.
The fourth card.
Corsage.
Only one kid had one. A corsage and a boutonniere. They don't believe in that anymore.
So was the one kid
We're not even gonna talk about that.
so it was. It was. Why no my all right, anyway. So the prom was good.
Prom was good. It was at there was an event downtown, and there was a whole bunch of queues everywhere.
Congratulations. I love it. I love it. I love it.
It
So
was just it was just large sprinkles of purple and gold. Just
mm-hmm.
you better watch out. You know you get beat
if,
up.
if I was the pledge in college, I definitely would have been a Q. I definitely would have been a Q. And look, I secretly okay. I can't be the only one, fellas. I don't know if ladies do this too, but when I was in my dorm room, I used to be practicing like ah, ah.
You better stop.
I was just like
But
I was
they'll
like
be coming for
I
you.
got it, I
They will come.
got
Don't even pretend, honey. Don't
it.
pretend.
You got to be invited to that though, don't you?
What?
to the Qs to be any like frat or sorority. You got to be invited to it, right? I had like some type of cosign or something.
Not necessarily. I have had a few invitations, but mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Okay. I would have went. I would have gone, but I was afraid of my 1.5 GPA, so I had to pull it up. I had to because I enjoyed myself. My freshman year of college was phenomenal. Matter of fact, I would give myself a clap for that. It was phenomenal. I lost some weight. I started seeing a little bit of abs, a little bit of chest. I was like, yeah, I'm him. No, I wasn't him yet. I was becoming him at the time.
Hmm.
I wasn't him just yet though.
Child, when he got on to that next grade, honey, that's
Woo!
all. He lost his mind.
Is that Issey Miyake? What is that you got? Yeah, yeah, that's how it was. But okay, I can't really say I had too many eventful things over the weekend. Except for the play we've been working on Mom's musical. It is almost game time. All
Woo!
the ladies, hold up, yeah, let's give us a clap. Let's give us a clap. All my ladies and all my mamas and all my aunties and all my grandmamas and who else we got? Who else we got? All of my fellas that's doing the last minute Mother's Day shopping, just get your mama one of the tickets to the play, huh?
Hmm.
Especially if you're in Atlanta or because I know some people might be wanting to travel and they just want to come to Georgia. If you in what South Carolina, Tennessee, uh, top of Florida, come through. Alabama that touches Georgia too. Come through. We will have two shows on Saturday. It's only two shows on Saturday. I'm gonna let y'all know off the rip. VIP is almost a wrap. All the VIPs are almost over. So if you're trying to treat your mama to something nice, huh? And not just one of them cars and you're gonna play Mama, you know what? If you're just gonna do that again and you've been doing that for the last 10 years, do something different. Bring it to the play. Bring it to the play. Bring it to the play.
Okay,
Go ahead.
all
What's-
right. So there's been, don't want to say men or boys. There's been some grown-ups, male
Uh-huh.
in my DMs, hit trying to holler, and
Now
there
we got it. Now we got it.
there is a Caucasian that is put himself in the mix, right?
Okay.
So a little spicy, and I was like,
He gonna get you. Bag her up.
I, I don't know, I don't know.
He
It's
gonna get you.
different. I'm just gonna say that it is very different.
So
Uh,
what is your hesitation? Is color a hesitation when it comes to that type of deal?
I mean, at this point, I don't have any deal because brothers, they don't care nothing about it. If you a Hispanic person, they will try to holler, like they'll just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Um, but it's new having Caucasians coming through like, hey, what's up? I'm just like,
They see the Native American in you, and that's why they're doing that.
stop.
It's just
I knew
oh, is that the Mayflower?
I knew you were going there just because people descendants of Pocahontas. You gotta be funny. You got
Exactly. That's what it is.
anyway, but it's different because he a little spicy, and when I say he's spicy, he is like a Caucasian sniper, and I'm just like, yo, do you have words for everything?
Yeah, he gonna bag you up. Just let
you
you know.
have you have bars for everything. Like, I don't get it, and I really don't know if he truly likes me or he just likes the challenge of communicating with me, because I'm just like, I don't personally think that you really like me at all. What is this about? What are you doing? What is that? I don't like it. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't personally think that you really like me at all. But what is this about? What are you doing? What is that? I don't know. I don't like it. We're gonna find out. And if he asks me out on a date, I will definitely let you know. I don't think he's gonna
It's
ask me out
okay. When
because
this,
he's
what is he?
scared of the podcast. Like, he's scared that I'm going
And I'm
to
looking because it's
out
hung
him.
up on my end. Y'all, hold on, wait. Everybody on Instagram, let me see. Make sure. Oh, we're still live. Okay.
I think he think I'm gonna out him on social media. I think he had a bad experience with someone talking smack to him on social
Okay.
media, and he was like, "Oh, you don't gotta talk about me." I was like, "No one knows who you are. I'm nobody. Like, relax. I'm still like low on totem pole. Like, chill out, chill out. Like,
How how visible is he online though?
vi-
Is he super visible?
he's visible.
Mm. I don't know. I'm gonna say give it
He's
a try. You single? You should be outside.
he's
You should
very
be outside.
visible. I mean,
You should be a box goddess. No, if you're a box goddess, then
doesn't
that
that mean
means
that
you are
I'm
a
I'm on the other?
yeah.
No,
No,
okay.
yeah, no, no. We need you to be a was it squash? What no, what is it called? The purple eggplant. You're eggplant goddess.
We'll see. If he asks me out on a date, I will definitely report back. I don't think that he is because I think he's scared that I'm going to talk about it. Like, no one's going to know that you're talking to me. Like,
Yeah. Give it a
we'll
shot.
see.
Give it a shot. All right, so this at this time we're gonna bring our guests on before we get to our
Hmm.
first subject. Um, I don't think that our guest is fully aware of what is about to go down. What Jason say?
To
It's
go
about
down.
to go down. So, welcome, Chris, Mr. Chris Parker, to the building. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hold on, let me bring him up. Where is he at? Uh,
What up? What up?
there we go. There we go. What's
Chilling,
good,
man.
big
How you
dog?
feeling?
I'm good, man. Why you chill? Why
I
you
don't
so
know, man. That's
cool?
been a question for a long time.
Wow. You just cool like that?
It just happens.
He he is one of him. He is it. He might be a him. We gonna see what these questions sound like. Matter of fact, now we gonna put K in the middle. We want to leave her in the
Let's
middle.
find out. Oh,
There you
like
go.
a sandwich.
Everything is a subliminal. Everything is a subliminal. All right, so Chris, we got matter of fact, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself while I pull everything up.
I mean, Chris Parker.
Tell us a little bit about yourself,
Lord
Chris
Jesus.
Parker. What do you do?
Uh, I'm a music producer, rapper sometimes, audio engineer. That's
Have,
pretty much it. And chill,
have you
cool
produced
guy.
anything that people hear on the radio right now?
Probably not.
Ugh,
I'm not that cool yet.
radio.
I'm
Stop.
trying to get to Nito's level.
No, no, no. You are that cool, sir. You are that cool.
I'm trying to get there.
So
Why are you trying to play me like people don't still listen to the radio?
I
No,
don't
I
listen
don't
to the
either.
radio.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I can't do the radio. But no, you know what? I'm lying. I'm lying. I did hear the radio. Normally, if I'm listening to the radio, it's because my phone is not syncing to to the car, or it's not syncing to the truck. That's the only time I'm
Same.
listening to the radio. Yeah, I mean,
I have
what's
no
out?
idea.
I don't. Now I have listened to some of the white radio
Mm.
stations,
Okay.
you know, and it's I don't know. I am disgusted with us sometimes. And I'm not talking about black women. I'm talking about the music, the music business. It's a lot of nasty stuff out. It's just not. I don't know. It's what they say in the church. It's not edifying the body of Christ. I don't feel like it's edifying. It's not edifying musicianship. It's just trash.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all right, I'm about to kick one person's back in it. Just one person. What's the dude name that did? I ain't ready to run the same thing. And do you wrong? I'm
uh,
a million
yeah.
dollar
Tommy
baby.
something.
Trash. Get him out
Uh,
of here. He is get. You see this size 13 boot?
dang.
Yeah, get him out of here. Cause he just did a song with Sexy Red, and it's trash. It is
Mm,
disgusting.
I
Have
don't
you
think
heard it?
I have.
Let me see something. I might be
Oh,
able to pull it. Hold up. And I could just kill it.
don't do it.
I can kill it after in post. I can
He
kill it in
put
post, so
it
it's
up
cool.
too. Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up. I just want you to hear it. It's just so
Acting up.
bad. Well, the thing is, it lets me know that the music business is gonna keep trying to do the music
Yeah.
business thing, which is capitalize off of black culture. Yep, I said it. Unfortunately, and the more it happens, it's just like, okay, at some point, we can't fall for the banana in the in the pipe. Let's not do that. Hold up. Now it looks cool, but just hold up. You can hear it too. Let me see. Everybody, this is world premiere, premiere, premiere. Listen to it. It's trash. What you think so far?
Trying to get into it.
That's the official song. That's the official mix.
Dang.
Listen, listen.
Record straight. I gotta stay alive for my fucking soulmate.
It sounds some old,
It like
like a
Yeah.
Soldier Boy
Rugrats. You
knockoff.
remember that cartoon back in the day?
No, I don't. Oh no, yeah, I do remember the
Yeah,
Rugrats. I
like
do
that's what
remember
it
the
reminds
Rugrats.
me of.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you now. I want to show you what he looks like, and I was just like, this. If this ain't some old industry plant type stuff, it's trash. Tommy Richards, yo, go get your CPA degree. Music is not your thing. And then I think the other thing that pissed me off about him when he was, I think they nominated him for a Grammy, which of course you could pay for a lot of this stuff now. But they nominated him to be a part of something, and I think it was Urban Radio. Urban Radio is what they signed him up for. This is him right here. I'm pulling him up. But they were like, so how does it feel to be nominated in the Urban Radio? He's like, I don't do music for black people. Yeah, get out of here. You're done.
Mm.
Get look at him. Look at him. He looks like a narc. Narcos. You see him? How you? What you think, Kay? You think he look
I
attractive?
mm-mm.
Huh? What you think? Let's
Please
zoom
don't.
in on him right quick. Let's zoom in on. There you go.
Don't.
Ooh, ooh, look at him. Ooh, eyes.
I feel really uncomfortable.
He looked like Dahmer's cousin, low key. He looked like Dahmer's cousin. But
He makes you feel kind of uncomfortable because just nope, we're not not.
no, this is my issue is this, and this is what my issue has been a lot of the times with other cultures coming into black music or
Hmm.
something that we do. They come in, they infiltrate the market. Black people do what? Come here, give me a hug, give me a hug. I want to give you a hug. Come here, bring it in. I love you so much, right? And then you got your cousin that's probably fire, probably a young black girl killing it. She ain't talking about pee popping. She ain't talking about sucking nobody nothing, and she's making really really good music. But this freaking Tommy Richmond is getting a look. Let me also add. I think he got like $100,000 for from capital investors to go towards his music. That's how that is the $1 million baby song. That's how it blew up.
Mm.
It ain't blow. You think these TikTok trends are trends? They're not real trends. They paying for the influencers to do the video, and then they say, "Oh look, it's taking off. Everybody."
Mhm.
That's what's happening. So no, get him out of here. He's done. I need a boop like sound, but yeah, he's
You
trash.
like the bump bump ba dum bum.
Yeah, something. But we're about to talk about some nasty work tonight. All right, Chris,
His face though, he was
Oh.
whoa.
it is gonna be nasty work for us. Oh, my bad, y'all. We had a few people on Instagram too. Let me shout everybody out right quick. I see Chris there still. What up? Um, what is this? It's MRQB. What's up? Al B Ghost was popping. E Cash out. What's up with your boy? Yo, we will be making our way back to TikTok at some point. Right now, I am currently banned from going live on TikTok.
Are you in TikTok jail?
I am, but not. I can go live on TikTok from my phone, but I can't go live on TikTok from the computer for some strange reason. But
Crazy.
yeah, whatever. But what is this? P the Don was good. Mr. Classics was popping, and I see a few people on Facebook. LaRon, what's up? My dad is here. What's up, pops? Have you ever met? No, no, you haven't met my dad or my mom. I have to introduce y'all. Like we're a happy family. You
I
know,
believe it.
we had a few bumps along the way. Yeah, a few little bumps.
Little skeets.
But we good now. We good now. But welcome, welcome. I think is that Gay? What's up, Gay? And Tara Williams. Hey, girl. Mm, throw it out.
Two.
Throw it out.
That's two of them. There's
Is that
two
two?
episodes.
I didn't feel like that was two. No, that's not what this is. That's not what this is. Not this time. And I am telling you, I'm not going. Oh, I see Reggie. What's up, Reggie? What up? What up? Oh my God, women are the best, aren't they? Women just know. They just. Chris, how you feel about women? How you feel about women, man?
I love him.
Mm.
All the time.
I'm just gonna keep it at what I said.
No, this is a talking job. This is a talking job.
You have to
What?
speak your truth.
Yeah, I love him.
All the time.
Okay.
Majority of the time.
All
Okay.
right. That's honest. See? Nobody.
Hmm.
All right, I get it to him.
Hmm.
All right, so
Mm.
this first clip is speaking from this beautiful black woman's perspective. This is somewhat a conversation I've been having for a while now, and I've been
Yes.
caping. See, I have been caping for all women. I'm the Martin Luther King of this thing. Equal rights. Equal, right? Right, Kay? Equal rights. White men, black men, African men, Mexican men, huh? Equal rights. I've
Mhm.
been speaking this thing for a while. So this lady right here has an issue with what she saw at Starbucks, and we're gonna let her talk for a little bit.
Just have a question. It's for women and men. Doesn't matter. So I just finished having dinner. I took myself to Applebee's. This is something simple. Dropped my son off at work, and I don't have to pick him up till like midnight. So I was just like, I'll just get something to eat and go home. And so I'm sitting there. I sat at the bar,
Mm-hmm.
and I had my little earbuds on, watching my movie while I'm eating. And so when I was done, I got the bill, and I'm just looking around my surroundings. I look to the left.
Mm-hmm.
I see a black man with a white woman.
Mm.
I look to the right.
Mhm.
I see a black man with a white woman.
Mm.
What
Mhm.
do I see? What do I notice all at the bar? Single black women. So it got me to thinking. And don't get me wrong, I don't have an issue with interracial dating. I don't. That's not what this is about. I believe wherever you find love, that's where you find love. If it's no matter what nationality, ethnicity, race, whatever. If that's where you find love, then that's where you find love. But I'm just wondering, have black men like totally given up on black women?
I ain't
Let
gonna.
him speak. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, you can't start.
I can't let
Don't.
him.
Don't. Start.
Absolutely.
Now you can pause. Go ahead.
All
Mhm.
right, all right, all right. So this is a
Try to cut
juicy
it off right
discussion.
before he speak. No.
This is it's uh,
Chris, have you
you,
given up on black?
no, we're not gonna go to Chris first. I want you to speak first. I want to know what you think about that.
As a black woman
You're
who
not
just
black
who just
technically.
said that there was
You're
some
not black
Caucasian
technically.
people in my dear, you know what?
Just own it.
Yeah,
Just
it doesn't matter as long if it's just like 1/4 of it, it still counts. Yeah, you
okay.
ignore it.
All right, all
So
right.
I mean, you've seen pictures of my granny, and she looks like a white lady.
Straight Indian, yeah.
So straight hair.
So
So
your thoughts
um, she might have a point. She might have a point.
from
According to
what standpoint though?
several different conversations, different men that I have interviewed and spoken with, they say that the black woman is
Mhm.
too confrontational, too hostile. We're not soft. We all like wah wah wah, this and that. There you go. We be nagging. We don't bring anything to the table that these different races, these beautiful snow bunnies and these, Latino women and everything else. First of all, I know I'm a mutt. You don't got to tell me every time we have a conversation. But they're just like no to the black woman. And I wonder, is it like all types of black women? Because I mean, I get thrown in the category of it. Like someone will tell me out in public that I'm beautiful, but they will
Right.
keep it moving because they're just like, you look scary. Thank you and thank you. You have
Uh, Chris, do you want to share what you think
Oh
before I
man,
go?
y'all trying to get me canceled already, huh? I'm just trying to get my little career started.
I'll start there. How about that?
Okay,
I'll take the
okay.
pressure off because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
really care. I don't be caring. So, and also because I'm married, right? Been
Mm,
married, and I've been in the space of just having to navigate through what it's like to be grown up by a black woman, for one, and then being married to a black woman, for two, and now having black girls that's going to end up being black women when they get older, right? What I've noticed, if not checked, and it takes a strong man that has a lot of self awareness and knows how to communicate. It takes a lot to deal with. I don't want to say deal with. That
you
might be
just
bad.
said it though,
It
but you
might
just
be bad word.
See?
the internet is
But it's
forever
no. So
to deal
it
with.
takes a lot, and I'm not talking about my wife in this particular situation. It has been a without I can't say exact. It's been a task dealing with a full cast of women. I'll say that. It's a task to deal with a full cast of black women. Ain't no white women in our cast, right? What I've noticed, and again, that's why I started with if it's not checked, if it goes unchecked, then we got some issues. But I noticed, and I ain't gonna say no names, none, but it's a particular person um, that just wants their emotions and their feelings and the way they think about stuff and all of their point of view and this they want all of that stuff catered to, right? But when I talk to my wife about this stuff, it's a dual part because it's like, okay, how was your delivery when it came to dealing with that, right? So that because that might be something that you personally need to fix, and then I read through what the other person says and I say, okay, that was inappropriate because we are your boss, right? And because I'm your boss does not mean I'm going to manipulate and abuse the privilege of being your boss. But at the end of the day, when you want your check, who you got to come to get it? Me. So I've noticed when it comes to black women that authority piece has to be almost therapeutic. It's never just like if case in point, if I were to talk to a black dude, what's a simple one? All right, I'm gonna put this right here on my head. All right. See this little thing on my head, right? If well, say this is on somebody else's head. This is on another black guy's head. Almost like our okay, you remember what was it? I got a nail in my head, right?
Yes, the nail in my head.
Right. Okay. So,
Like I don't want your help. I see. I recognize.
right. So if
Mhm.
I see this on a dude's head, and I'm like, bruh, hey, bruh, you got something? What's on your head? He gonna be like, oh, dang, my bad. Well, appreciate it, bruh. Done. Ain't ain't no conversation. It's not no. It was meant to be that way. Maybe. I mean, why did you point that out? I mean, why did I mean? It's, did you have to say it like that? Like
Are you trying to embarrass me? Like what? What was?
exactly all of that. That don't exist when it comes to a lot of dudes. I say a lot, not all, but a lot. I've noticed my interactions with black women. That has been one of the hiccups. So if you do something like that just as a basic thing and you want to challenge it, well, yeah, why would a dude, and everybody ain't built for this, but why would a dude want to deal with that when you
Mm.
already got you got your own bills to pay, you got to pay your own gas. If she's actually your wife or your girl, there's still some level of I got to take care of her and provide a certain level of whatever. All of this stuff, in addition to, well, I ain't like, like, girl,
Everybody's not like that.
huh?
Everybody's not like that.
Well, I started by saying everybody is not like that, but it's a lot. It's a lot. It's even, and I'm gonna let you talk too in a minute, Chris. It's I went to a school, because I was talking about doing the contracting work on it, right?
Hmm.
Floors, the ceiling, all that stuff. And the person of authority at this particular school was what? In Atlanta. It was what? You tell me what you think.
Brown
A brown
lady.
woman. Yes. Yes. Well, when I came up as a contractor, I ain't put no badge on or nothing. This a whole nother situation. I come up and it's almost like she's trying to challenge me for what? I'm trying to help you. So and then I think that's where the overachiever woman comes in. It's not the fact that she overachieved and accomplished all this dope stuff. It's the energy that comes along with it. Like you feel like you got to challenge everything. That's not necessary. And I think a lot of new dudes is just like I ain't dealing with that. I'm just not gonna deal with it.
What do you think, Chris?
That's a lot to unpack right there. To be 100. Uh, but I definitely understand where you coming from. It is a task. That's the word we use. I like that. It's a task dealing with the black woman a lot of times, and a lot of times it shouldn't have to be.
Right.
And it just seems like it's easier to solve problems or some problems with other races, or some things don't even have to become a big deal because they just go with the flow of what you say. Like, as the man, they follow their man. That's the simplest way that I could put it. And like you said, with that authority figure, it shouldn't be therapeutic,
Yeah.
but that's what it seems like it has to be, because
It
we have
does.
to alter the way we communicate to cater to how she wants it to be delivered.
Right.
And just to be honest, depending on the situation, we may not have time for that. We're not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but it's like, hey, somebody's in here shooting. Let's all duck. Why
Wow.
you want me to duck? What's going on? What's happening? You can't say, you really want to say, listen here, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to save all our lives in here, but that's not something we would have to deal with when it comes to somebody else. And I think it starts to become a problem with the man when the man, he starts to look at his woman different.
Yeah.
And then he gets to analyze, just how much do I like you right now? Because women have tons of options. Everybody know that.
Yeah.
Men, we don't have that many
Nope.
options. So when we start to look at
But
women
preacher.
different, it's
Oh,
like
preach, boy, preach, Chris, preach, preach, Chris.
we looking at you different because of how you act, what all we need to do to help keep you the way you want to be presented. Now we thinking about, man, look, I may not even have to deal with this because I do have one somebody who's like calling me king, daddy, this, whatever, listen to everything I'm saying. And that's just a smooth transition.
Hey, hey. Everybody deserves what? A soft life. Hey,
hmm
go ahead, Kay. I don't disagree with nothing that he said. Nothing. Another example. See. You know what? You know what that is that you're
What?
doing? That is
What?
that is confrontation.
This is not confrontation. We are on a podcast. You both were saying that you can't, you wouldn't be able to save the black woman because you'd be like, oh, they shooting. I made you look like. She was like, why down? Oh, the ground is dirty. What TV show are y'all
Stand
watching
up.
that you
Stand
get
up there. Just stand up.
information?
Stand
Like, what women do? I don't.
up.
You want me to lead? No, you want me to follow?
Okay, maybe this is a better example. Another example. So on my 9 to 5, right? You know I deal with a lot of white women. Shouts out to Becky, Sarah, Angelina, who else? Katie. What's up?
Katie's always nice.
Katie's always nice.
Yeah.
But what I've noticed, and this is the craziest thing. This is what's crazy. They will say something. They will say, um, cause I'm more technical. So they'll say something like, "Well, yeah, my husband's not one of them type of technical dudes, right? He's not gonna get dirty and all that stuff." They'll say that, and I don't feel offended for him. Wow, how is that possible? I'll say it again. I'll say it again. If I'm coming up, I say, walk up, ding, the ring camera come up. And I say, hey, how you doing? I'm me. I'm here to see you. Dot dot dot. And they say, okay, give me a second. I'm gonna make sure I come out there and check it. After I tell them what's going on with whatever, if it's a water issue, whatever, right? I'll say, do you have anybody that can come fix this, whatever? They say, well, no, my husband is not really that type of dot dot dot, and I appreciate your and everybody feels like a big warm hug. It's just like you just told me something that your husband is not adequate at doing without downplaying him. How
Mm.
did you do that?
So you're telling me
Yes.
that only white women can do that?
Let me go in my Rolodex.
Hmm,
Uh,
that's what you just said.
uh,
So are you saying that black women cannot take constructive criticism?
Nito, that's all you to answer.
Is that
I didn't hear. I didn't hear it good. I didn't hear it good. Let me turn my headphones up. Let me turn my headphones up. Say it. All right. Say it
I
one
think
more.
it depends on the situation. If they want to hear it, yeah. If they want to hear it, if they are open to it, you
so
got
you
to make time for it. You got to. It's a presentation.
It is a.
You
It's a
you
process.
you can't
so
just
like
come tell them.
is that what you're saying?
It's a process. I don't think. I don't think the. I gotta be real careful. I don't
Too
think
late. We stepped in it.
the average. I don't think the average is looking for a non-confrontational route to get to the end of the big pot of gold. I think. I think a lot of the times the friction that's caused between the conversations is like presented first, and it's like, yo, I gotta win this. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. And for dudes, back to what we started, dudes like, I don't want to do that. Like,
hmm
I literally just finished doing all of this other stuff, and you want to do this? Okay, all right.
hmm
Wherein on the other side, I've seen, and I'm not talking about none of my coworkers. So y'all, I'm not talking about y'all. Just make sure I
Yeah.
preface this first. But I have a few coworkers, a lot of, well, not a few, a lot of white coworkers, right? When I hear them talk about their significant other in that space, it's normally from a appreciative standpoint, and it's also from a respectful space. And then not only that, when the wives or girlfriends or whoever comes around, what the dudes said during the conversation, because a lot of us dudes be capping. Y'all know we be capping a lot. But a lot of the stuff that he says, she reflects it. It's the exact same. So it's just like, wow. So y'all didn't fight about none of that. He's like, no, why would we fight about that? I think dudes be looking for that now. I think I think the good thing is this, and I think that black women, because we were talking about black women, I think black women have to get back to the point of learning uh learning people, communication skills.
That's
Not
interesting.
not this. Not
It's
this.
interesting that you say that.
Mm.
Um, I've come into contact with men who only know how to deal with a woman who is that abrasive. I'm not very abrasive.
No,
So
you're not.
when it comes to dealing with a woman like myself, they don't know how to handle it because they're just like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I understand. And we're like,
That's different. That's different. I mean, but see,
Mhm.
that's I feel like people like you with that type of voice have to be presented more. Honestly, that's why I wanted to do the pod with you like this. Because I feel like it's enough of the women. Whose podcast was that I just saw? I think it was and then something, but it's a husband and a wife. Listen to this. Now, how disrespectful is this? It's hella disrespectful. But it's a husband and a wife. And they were doing a podcast. Now I know a lot of it is just content, right? They're
mhm,
gonna put on for the cameras. I get it. But a certain amount of that becomes distasteful and disrespectful in certain settings. Case in point, they did a panel discussion. Like they got a big audience too. They went out and did a pod in front of a big room of people, and one of the questions from the room was, "What do you miss most about being single?" Right? What do you miss most about being single? From a man's standpoint, I'm not going to say all of the things that could be embarrassing to my partner.
mhm.
That's just not going to be the go-to thing to say, right? The first thing this lady says, I miss uh more options for D. First thing.
First thing.
That's the first thing she said. Black woman. Black woman.
Mm.
Right beside her husband on the stage. So what do you
Dang.
say? So what do you say to that?
That's an overstep. Like,
Dang.
I can't speak
It's,
on that.
Dang.
That sounds like harsh drama type situation where you are at the end of your wit with your marriage and the person that you're with, and you just like, let me just go ahead and throw some dirt and sand into this wound that we have, and just like,
yeah, that and for me, I don't know that in a white setting. Case no, even not no. I have proof, and this is the most disrespectful thing to do ever. Right? You ever heard of Adam 22?
Yep.
No more jumper pod.
That's what I was thinking when you
Yeah,
said that. Mate,
his
yeah.
wife got piped down
Hmm.
on camera. They do porn like corn. My bad. They do that right.
Hmm.
But even in that, you didn't hear her go back and forth talk about what, yeah, he way much better than him, and this was an agreement that they all made for the content.
so these pornography people did all that, and you're saying that she didn't have anything to say that was basically off-putting, saying that you're better than my spouse.
Right. Right. So for me, it's just like, how was that possible? And the funny thing, it took the husband because the husband's all about content. Like he lives that life. That's him. It took him to come on the podcast and talk nasty and talk about how yeah he stressed her out and he. It took him to do that. She didn't come on the pod and do that. Had it been a yeah,
You're a
But I think she enjoyed herself.
I know she enjoyed
She
herself.
enjoyed herself.
I mean, he
She
said,
enjoyed it.
oof.
but But for me, it's all about the respect value. Now,
Mhm.
whatever the agreement is between you and yours, that's on y'all. Like Neo out here knocking them down, bagging them up, right?
Mhm.
That's the agreement that he got with them. But I'm just like, on average, I'm noticing, and I sent you the other video. The girl that said this is how I turned out HIV positive. The first thing I thought was Hot Girl Summer. I was like, all those Hot Girl Summers are finally catching up.
Mhm.
It is finally manifest. This is the real manifestation right here. Her- herpes and gonorrhea. This is the real manifestation right here. Yeah, but so now, what dude wants to deal with all of that?
So many of them, you know, like to deal with it. So many of them go for the other white meat, and they have worse attitudes than a black woman. Like they act like the ghetto version or the worst version of a black woman.
Cause she got
And
mad black friends. That's
Mhm.
all.
what does that have to do with you being with someone else? Like dude was like, "Oh, we just done with black women." Like it just makes me want to just be like, "Well, I'm just gonna be single forever unless I go ahead and get this white knight." Um,
I don't think he done forever though.
Love is love.
Yeah,
oh yeah, love is love.
Love is love.
because there's no greater love than how we
Mm,
love each other.
that's it. That's it right there. That's it. Chris been ministering to y'all. I don't know if y'all been catching the gems. He been ministering to y'all tonight. So, dang, we almost an hour in. Okay, we got a lot too. Uh, we'll do the. Do we really know if a person's into us? That'd be something fun for Kay.
That's funny. That
That's something for
was
you.
that was funny. It's you guys got to
We
let
gonna
me
play.
know if these things are true.
Oh, a lot of it is
I
true.
I can't wait to hear your take on it.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
all right. Let's see. Let's see what we got.
Women think that if a man likes them, that means something. It doesn't. Liking you is free. Choosing you costs him everything. You can be liked by 100 men and be chosen by none. Because being liked, well, that's passive. It's effortless. It's, I like your vibe. I like your face. I like what you give me. But being chosen, that's intentional. That's sacrificial. A man who likes you will text. A man who chooses you will show up, especially when it's inconvenient. He doesn't just hit you up when it's easy. He shows up when it's uncomfortable. He initiates, he plans, he invests, not just money, but thought, emotion, consistency. He's not confused. He's clear. He's not seeing where it goes. He's steering it. He's guiding it. If he's not claiming you, he's not choosing you. Period. You shouldn't have to coach a man into commitment. So stop asking, but he likes me, right? That question is keeping you stuck. Ask this instead. Is he moving like a man with intention, or is he orbiting like a man with options? Don't waste your. Most women.
Okay. All right.
Mm, okay.
Chris.
I don't know if this man had a lot of females growing up. That would be my take on it. Cause he sound like one of them guys who's for women. Like he's just saying that just to get on women's good side. And then of course the women are gonna say, yes, we need more people like you in the world. Cause he's not wrong.
Right.
But men, we already know that. And we know if we like a woman, what we gonna do for her. But also we have to be real about the expectations because some of us work, some of us have to stay stay late at work,
Mm-hmm.
you know. It's just a different situation. So he not wrong, but I see where he going with that.
Hold on. Major B says, bag him up. Bag him up. So, um, something that I thought about, I'm constantly pondering upon decisions. Right, as a man, it's 1,000 decisions that have to be made on a
Mhm.
consistent basis. Right, what's the most important? what has to be done right now, what can wait for later, what's the projected thing that we could do in the next 3 to 5 years, what
Mhm.
does my 401k look like, what does it look like if I died, like what, it's a lot of things that we constantly have to think about,
Mhm.
especially when you create a family, right? I think the best way to phrase this question for dudes, and not a question, this is the best way I can tell a dude to look at K looking like this mother effer.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But no, the best way I could phrase this for any man, if you want to be married at some point, I will say this. Are you how are you with doing because the love stuff comes and goes. I'm just be the feeling of love, it comes and goes, right? The long lasting stuff really happens because you are very aware of your obligations. You are very aware of you know what you can lose. You know what can be turned off if that don't get paid right there. You know what it's like if you don't do that much for her because she can find somebody else out here to do it for her. You know what it's like if you don't talk to her a certain way. But then the flip side is this: how much can you deal with if you do all of this stuff and a lot of the energy is not reciprocated for a long period of time? How much can you deal with? And if the average dude cannot deal with the regular stuff, regular stuff for a married man, just be 100 with you. The whole idea of 100% this, and that, that's a stupid, that is, get that conversation out of here. That's just stupid. The real question is, do you have the capacity to coach your significant other into being whatever she needs to be? So in the event, if anything does happen, she can pick up the baggage. She can pick up the slack and say, all right, he's gonna be down for about 2 months. Let me go do dot 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 dot. And she's a go-getter just like you a go-getter. Women, that don't mean that you getting out of your soft life. That don't mean I can't. You give a nail. No, that's not. That is surface. That is surface based stuff. If this Negro sit down and he done broke his leg, is there still income coming in where everything is taken care of? And if it ain't, okay, that's your 50%, or that's your 80%, or that's your 100. It might be 100% for a year. Can she deal with that? And I think the average woman, and I'm not saying black or white women at this point. It's just women, like 21st century woman. The average ain't gonna deal with a lot of that.
Why do you
Especially
feel like that?
especially if she met the dude up. If she met the dude up, she's not gonna deal with it. But then on the flip side, I understand her for being like that.
Okay, so if you are in a joint committed relationship, you're married,
Uh huh.
and something happens to your husband, and
Uh
you
huh.
live in the soft life, you don't think that she would step up to take care of what needs to be taken care of, or you think she just dip out?
From what I've seen, and maybe this is just because of what's been presented
Hmm.
loud on socials, it's been a lot of soft life women that's just soft. They ain't got no stand power. It ain't no stand power. Cause for me, I know a lot of the times we want to say the biggest issue in a marriage is infidelity and or the lack of sex and or the lack of money, right? All of these things can be fixed, right? So let's go to the money part first, because I feel like with any of these things, one thing affects the other. So let's say it's a relationship, right? Say you meet a dude, he been making $100,000 for the last 10 years. That's his normal thing to do. But now he's brought you into the picture. You might be a registered nurse. You might be making a cool 70. All right, cool. But your expectation off the rip is, I want a man to take care of me. Nothing wrong with that. But
But
now we got to put
now
some.
you have to think about it because it's biblical now. You want a man to take care of you. Now you need to go back and now this is biblical. So the man takes care of the household and he is the provider, correct?
What does that mean though? To you, what does that mean?
Is he not the provider? Yes or no?
What does that mean though?
Is he the provider? Yes or no?
Yes.
He is
Yes.
the provider. So
Yes.
he's the head of the household.
Yes.
So he leads, right?
Yes.
So if this man that I'm with leads and he's led properly,
Mm-hmm.
why wouldn't the house be taken care of? Because my man has led me and he's led me properly. So I'm
Uh,
going to go ahead and handle the things that need to be taken care of so my man can get back to taking care of things properly. I mean, you try it all the time.
right.
But here's the thing. All this
He wants
fishy
that.
things that you got going on with these people, this is like a very small percentage of women that are on television
Right.
making a bag off of this soft life that they've acquired. Congratulations to them. But that is a small percentage of women. Do
Mm-hmm.
you know how many single mothers there are out here that have to pay 100% of everything? They have to be the present person all the time. And I'm not saying that there aren't single fathers out there. I'm just talking about, we're talking about what we're talking about right now.
Right.
So that means that you got a problem because you picked the soft woman. And so why are you expecting her to be anything but soft and weak? If you haven't led her to be a strong person from jump, because you're the head of the household. You're the you're the person that is guiding the family. So if you haven't taught, led, and presented this woman with all these things so she is well aware and equipped with what needs to go on and happen in life, then isn't it really your fault if things fall short? Because you're supposed to be the leader and the head of the house.
I'm gonna say yes and no.
But
I'm
you
gonna
can't
say
say yes and no,
I'm gonna say yes and no
because you
because go
you
ahead.
you gotta move, you gotta remove that whole, oh well, she did it. No, if you've chosen this mate and this is your person, you
Hmm.
pick this person out of all the people that you could have. That's you.
I think that goes back to how they were up, how they
And
were
vice
raised.
versa,
Hmm.
it goes as vice versa too. Like
Because
the woman, hey, if you decided that you wanted to be the head and he stays at home, why are you expecting anything more of this person? Why are you expecting them to be able to do these things? You're the head, you're the lead. Like
I know what to do. I know what to
follow
do.
suit.
No, so this okay. All right. I think all of this is something else that I've started to say. This is something else I started to say. At some point, everybody is right. At some point, everybody's right. Everybody has valid feelings and valid emotions, right? But
Two things can be
this,
correct at the same time. You're right.
so true. He may have chosen her. He may have vetted. He probably did his thing. He vetted her out for 3 years. We dated. We went. We traveled. She came over. She stayed this. She cleans up like this. She did this, right? He did all this stuff. All that they've learned all this stuff. You and I both know. As soon as them bags get in that door, hey, we here. We here with you. What we doing today? And then the routine starts. It's something that happens where correction is not accepted.
Why?
That's a question for you to answer.
Yeah, we've
Why?
been trying to
Why
figure
would?
that out for a long time. That's all we want.
Because this is the thing. This is the thing. From a man's standpoint, a lot of the times when it comes to protect and provide, okay, that sounds what it sounds like in its literal sense is what dudes think about protect and provide. Okay, I need to protect them. If somebody come in the door and they gonna break this joint in, I need to make we need to do what we need to do. If we on the street and somebody walking on the side and this car jumped the curve, I need to be the first one to, I'm here to protect her. That's the good part. Okay, provide. Okay, if I'm gonna provide, how do I do that? Okay, I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna go to work. Okay, cool, cool. I'm gonna keep and maintain my job. Make sure the stuff, all that's paid for. Okay, cool. When it comes to her task and list of things, what are the tangible items that dudes should look for?
I,
Cause it sounds like it sounds like. Was mine is yours, and was yours is mine. Okay, cool. We got that. Happy like no, even if we say happy spouse, happy house, okay, cool. We know happy spouse, happy house. But if you don't do this, I'm still not gonna do that. So it's
Mhm,
still happy, happy wife, happy life.
mhm.
And then it feels like a lot of dudes get suckered into that space. And we do it under the guise of protect and provide.
Well, you said why we get suckered into that space.
You did.
They know what they doing if they good. I'm sorry. I'm just one. I mean, you gonna protect and provide.
Yeah.
You gonna protect and provide, all right? Because you don't want that for nobody else.
It's a reoccurring joke that the white guys be saying in my office. They say, Crawford, you know one thing? You know one thing, Crawford? I'm like, what, man? What? If you die today, she gonna have another one tomorrow to take care
Oh,
of. Then you be like,
oh.
It,
God
it's
dang.
it's honest for certain women. Like, yes.
Certain, not
Certain,
most,
no.
a lot.
I said not most.
More than more than not.
I said
Yes?
not most.
Not more. Okay. All right. All right. Whatever.
Look, you get what you sought. You sought after this meek, I need you to take care of me, damsel in distress. If you don't lead her to show her how she needs to continue on with your relationship, if something dire happened to you, then whose fault is that? And I'm not saying that it's all solely on the husband, but
Why you say but?
but if you create a monster, then why would you expect for there to be a princess sitting over there in the corner? You create.
Again, we don't think that we are creating a we are. I promise, dudes are not that. We're not that
As
complex.
soon as the heifer throws a fit that you didn't buy her this specific little Louis LV bag, that should have been your first clue right there.
Or is
Oh,
that or is that a indication that look, I need to go harder. I need to do more work. I need to become him. I need to level up. That's what's happening. The
Leveling up is that doesn't mean that you're going to get anything. Let's say that I end up being married to someone who is super successful. Their success is not my success. Their success is theirs. If I come along and we build some success together, then okay. But at the end of the day, if he decides that he wants a younger thing, all of that success goes with him. It doesn't stay with me.
so I will say there are a group of dudes that want the younger one, right? But it's only after the original that old Ford that they had, that Ford, that Ford built tough joint. It's only after that was just like, all right, I'm done. I'm not gonna deliver. I'm not gonna because did I send you the Shaq clip where Shaq was talking to old girl, that nice little that
Mhm.
joint?
He was saying that it's the woman. The reason why you cheat is the woman.
Dudes are again. I'm gonna keep saying it. Dudes aren't
I
that
know.
complex.
I never said that you guys were very difficult. Again, the woman is not very difficult as long as you're consistent. Don't fall below the bar. You have to stay consistent. It's true. If you, I'm the baseline. You have to stay consistent. You have to still hit that bare minimum all the time because you want her to produce that bare minimum, if not more. Because if you want those open, then you got to do some things.
I know a lot of dudes. He's just like, I'm good. You don't have to open it no more. I'm good.
I mean, just like that dude. I mean, a clear mind.
That's what I'm about to click. That's it. We gonna end with the clear mind. I think that's a good one to end with. Cause yeah, I love these conversations when it comes to uh figuring out some type of resolve. But I think it's gonna continue to be weird. I think even with the idea of polygamy, I like the concept. The concept seems pretty cool, right? But for me, it's not. It wouldn't be rooted in sex. I think a lot of dudes is the same way. But how? At what point? Do you know what I'm about to say? At what point will the women be like, the dude gonna
Mm,
be like, wait, I thought we were good.
mhm.
What just happened? Why y'all doing this?
Mhm.
Am I lying?
I have no idea. I'm not in a polygamous relationship, but I can tell you for the people that I do know that I'm close with and one of my family members. What up? Who has this dynamic? I don't
Okay.
know what kind of magic purple thing he got going on, but these women are crazy. Um, it works. Like he'd be like, "I'm going to see so and so," and I'll just be like, "So and so is watching the kids and doing this," and I'm like, "So and so is coming with me, and I'm going to do X, Y, Z," and I'm just like, oh.
Polygamy is a rich man's game, though, for real.
But if you're poor, hear me out. If you're a poor man and you somehow combine all of you together, you can live like a rich man because now you have three coming into one or you have four coming into one household. So I can see from a standpoint of, oh, my bills could be less, but
How many of those women in that polygamous relationship are looking to work?
they all work.
Hmm.
They
How
all
many of
work,
them you
and
think is looking to
most of
provide?
them are very successful people. Like every time I was like, it has to be magic. It has to
Well,
be
no, that's not magic. That just means that they're soothing their sweet tooth.
So that
cool.
means you wouldn't try it?
I
Me?
wouldn't do it. I
No.
Y'all
wouldn't.
wouldn't try.
I'm too jealous. I'm a jealous dude. I ain't front. I'm a.
If you hear the success stories of or the
I've
you
heard, I have seen some things. I have been invited. I'm not.
Invited to the pineapple party.
Me right now, her right now says, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Her today says I'm good. Now I might change my mind, but her today,
Mhm.
I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm too jealous. Like I won't do no threesomes. I'm plain Jane. I ain't gonna front.
Just a
I
plain Jane.
Yeah. And then I start to think about soul ties from a spiritual standpoint. And I
Hmm.
also think about how many people did this person sleep with, and if we are all open, then okay, cool, you could be getting a checkup, but it's still some chances that some hair rub that you get the hair bump. Like I'm good. Pass. Pass. I'm too grossed out with that stuff, bro. I'm too grossed out. So
You
What
gonna
was
do
that?
hmm,
Me? Oh no, I was doing that question, asking that for that
no, no,
question.
no, no, no.
would you do it?
Are you? Would you do it?
I don't know. I might consider it.
At what
Maybe
point?
it
Late.
depend. It really would depend on how they look and the value of it. Like what are we trying to accomplish? Because I got a lot of goals. So
Okay.
you mean to tell me if I can have some people on the same page and they all want to help me accomplish what I want to accomplish? I'm y'all best friend. We y'all best friends.
So you
And
just want staff that you can smash. That's all
it's
That's what
staff.
it sounds like. It
I,
definitely
f- I
sounds
feel like
like.
it's because men and women we love different.
you.
So if if I'm in a relationship with these women and I'm loving them, then I'm protecting and providing for them. But their definition of love is going to be different from me. So it depends on what we all got going on to accomplish whatever the goals we trying to get to. If we can make it happen, let's make it happen.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna jump into one just because. But I mean,
So
if it,
this is something that me and the fellas have talked about before, and I want to bring this video up. I thought it was pretty cool. This is decision making 101. All of my fellas, especially my single men. You might want to see this video. This might help you out a little bit. All right, here we go.
Oh, bro, I just want a meal.
For real?
Yes.
Damn, what you gonna do with it though?
Oh, bro, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I want to make decision from a clear mind.
Uh-huh.
So, bro, can you step outside the car?
I bet. Pricing is about 90,
Mm-hmm.
and it's negotiable.
Okay.
And yeah, got all the features.
It's a nice car, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a big decision that I'm making,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to do it from a clear mind.
Okay.
Where's you guys' bathroom?
Down to the left, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So it's a 75 inch.
Okay.
It's going for 1,000.
Is it a smart TV?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is a big decision I'll be making,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to do it from a clear mind.
Okay.
Where's you guys' bathroom?
Down the hall, sir.
I'll be right back.
For the past months we've been talking. I think you're a really good guy, and I think we could work this out. I think we could work something out. What do you think? Are you ready for this?
Because this is a big decision I'm making. I want to do it from a clear mind. Give me a second.
Oh man.
Oh, no, thank you. Oh, bro, I just want.
So, moral of the story, fellas, do not just be doing stuff. Think about it from a clear mind. How about that? Okay, do y'all do things from a clear mind
Absolutely.
most of the time?
Absolutely.
Oh, please share. Wednesday,
Absolutely.
I'm choosing the one F for me. That's
That's
what
a lucrative box day.
lucrative box day. Okay,
Mhm. When we get
I
that
plead the
lucrative box
fifth.
together,
I'm,
we will talk about it.
I'm gonna plead the fifth. I think all of my fellas. Hold on, what was that movie back in the day? What was it? Something about Mary? I think it was
Mm.
something about Mary. Where he, he was like, I'm about to go on a date and I can't be quick.
Oh, can't go with the holster full, and
He had something on his ear. So she was like,
oh,
she said, what's that on your ear? He was like, oh, it's hair gel. So she got up.
Oh man.
oh.
Oh man. So this has been fun. This has been fun. This has been fun. I feel like we could go a little bit longer because we can't. I meant to tell you. I gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about that. But yeah, we got. Oh, we didn't even touch Shannon Sharp. My bad. Pause. Pause.
Oh
What's your
man.
thoughts? Thoughts. What's your thoughts on Shannon Sharp?
That dude is in some hot water right now. I don't know. I really don't know. Like I feel for the brother, but
Hmm.
at the same time, like you gotta be smarter than that. And I feel like he didn't do the post what is it, the clear mind
He
thing.
did
He
not.
he he, he didn't. He
Or
gotta
did he?
deal with that.
Or did he? Or did
Uh
he?
if he did and still made that decision, that's tough. I ain't gonna say he deserved it, but I mean you gotta be smarter than that.
So, so the way I look at this whole Shannon Sharp thing, I do realize, and see, this is another thing that the women got to be. You got to take into consideration. With that tax bracket comes a lot of baggage.
Uh-huh.
It ain't just you getting these trips, and it ain't just some hot,
You're
whatever.
basically an open polygamist. Is that what you're saying?
What you mean?
Like if you have a man that's in that tax bracket, you just need to go ahead and keep in your mind that he out here doing some strange.
Well, yes, but I'm gonna say it's also look at the character of the person, and also look at the background of a person. We keep looking at Shannon Sharp like he's the podcast guy. This Negro was a Hall of Famer,
Professional.
right? He still was a ball player for all of these years. I'm sure he got a lot of it thrown at him. For one,
Mm-hmm.
for two, he from what, like Savannah, Georgia, or like Macon, or somewhere country. There was not a lot of box out there that was probably like premium box. He probably was just smashing.
But she was 19 when they met or something ridiculous.
Is that ridiculous though? Because
I,
Tracy Ellis Ross just said she would do whatever.
I didn't say that it is ridiculous because I'm thinking about like, oh my gosh, you were just born and I was. graduating high school or something crazy.
Okay.
I'm in my mind's mind, I'm just thinking of it from that standpoint. I mean, if they had that kind of relationship, which is what it sounds like, that
That's
she kind of
exactly what it sounds like.
turned and twist the narrative to, kind of work for her. Um, Hopefully, nothing horrible happened. But it sounded like she got upset, and then she decided that since she was upset because he didn't follow their rules of this role play, that she wanted to sue him.
Right.
So it's messy.
But I'm sure that along the way she got some bags.
Of
'Cause
course.
what did she say in that video? That one video, yes, 25,000 a cheek, and I was like, God dang, I could buy a Tesla with one of your cheeks. Jeez, 25 racks a cheek?
I don't think it's worth that much
No. So
at all.
for me, it's just like okay, he was used to paying for the product, which was her box, and I think what is it? OnlyFans originally, right?
I
He
think
found
Mm,
the
mm.
unfortunately, and I'm just thinking, I ain't gonna front. If I was a single man outside and I got a bag like that, I came up on a Cat Williams interview and I'm netting 10 million from that one interview. Yes, if I see this OnlyFans girl that I like, and I'm like, yo, every time I see her, she helping me get to the clear mind. Every time, every time I see her, I'm gonna pay the $5 to $10, $20, whatever, right? At some point when you got those type of resources, you gonna go buy it. You're gonna be like, oh, you on OnlyFans, girl? Let me give you 15,000. Come out here. We're gonna be in Caicos this weekend. 15,000. What's good? You think she ain't gonna like? Let's be real. So I mean, and that was my issue with Puff and Cassie. That was my same issue because it's like I get like a lot of ruthless stuff was done, but on the same token, if some folk is just freaky like that, and what is it called, BDM or something? I don't know what the name of that subgenre of mating.
BSM, some is some letters and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you used to that and that's your bag, and you used to paying for it, and that is the agreement made, how you gonna come back at me in 15 years and say, well, I ain't appreciate that? Nah. Like what? So for me, I feel like, and again, I'm not taking up for Shannon. I'm just looking at everything from a bird's eye standpoint. If everybody got what they wanted out of the agreement, why are you going back to Bugsby and you get him to represent you? And now I think Shannon was up for like $100 million deal, 100 M's. So I think the first amount that he was willing to give up was $10 million. I would give her 10 million too. If I'm about to get 100,
right.
take this 10 million. Go be great. You don't even got to do
I
videos no more
think
in the joint.
trying to pay her off so she would just like leave it alone. But someone talked her into saying, "Oh, we can get more." But what if you end up with nothing?
Exactly. So now that's how I'm looking at it. Now ESPN done backed up off of him.
Hmm.
I'm sure this is gonna hurt. It might hurt a couple of his Club Shay Shay brand, the nightcap. It's gonna hurt. So you just effed up all of the money, even for yourself, because of a kink that y'all was clearly into.
But when do you just have a regular girlfriend or something? Or is it because you are that emmed up that you're just like, I'm gonna have whatever?
Mm, I think that comes from access, too much access. When you just think about it, we just finished talking about all the stuff that dudes don't want to deal with in black women, and now I'm gonna broaden the horizon. And say most women, not just black, white, Dominican, Asian, whatever. Right? It's just certain things that dudes don't want to deal with. If you are him, you gonna buy what you want to deal with, and after you finish dealing with it, just let her go do what she do, and then I do this over here. You soothed this sweet tooth. I just needed a fix. I just needed a quick fix. You did that for me. Thank you. But now you just made it something completely. Now on another note, where I do have to take up for women. If you at the point, and fellas, I know it might feel like it's like, oh, it's not fair. It is what it is. As soon as she say, nah, I'm good, you're done.
Yeah.
You can have that joint out. You could already be in there. She's like, ah, no, I'm good. You're done. You're done. As soon as she says a rap, it's a rap. So that's just one of those things. But see, the fact that him and her went back and forth for so long in different conversations and she recorded it, that wasn't a first time situation. That means they had a relationship doing what they did.
Yeah.
So how the F, how you gonna do that to Unc? He a box boy. Forget the ass. He's not God. He, he just one of them.
They screwed him over for sure. I feel like, and it's easy to set people up like that too with the script, because I mean, like in a situation where he's emmed up, and like you said, you could get that act. He has that access to it. If that's something he like, that's what you said. Pay him to deal with. That's what he want. It's just unfortunate that it's recorded, and now it's like being used against him. Because if she's saying choke me, do all this crazy stuff, and he was doing that, and then now she has a problem with it this time on the audio recording. Yeah, it's gonna look bad, but we don't know. Like she liked that. She enjoys it.
Well, the scary thing about all of this is they can easily go back and do the rape test.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be positive because they've been sexually active.
Mm-hmm.
They could go back and say, well, are there signs of abuse? And they go do pictures of her body and all that stuff. Well, if they like that rough,
Yeah.
nasty work, it's gonna be evidence of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's just like, yo, that's what's not fair to me. That's for me, it's just like I'm not taking up for Shannon, but everything that she says can be validated through those practices, like pictures and all this stuff. Even if it was what do they call it, Kay? It's the like if you go too hard and you bruise down there.
Oh, like a tear.
Yeah.
Mm.
That if that's what they were into, that's gonna show up on it's gonna show up on the camera as I mean on the film as if that's what he did to her versus that's what we did.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad because he went from catching footballs to catching a
Yeah.
case.
Yo,
Ha!
yo, and honestly, and this is when I would say, Shannon, you should have just with a black woman. There it is.
Yeah.
I said it.
Yeah.
I said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he just should have went with the black woman.
Straight like that.
I do feel like I do feel like black women have a soul. They have a soul when it comes to how they deal with men. And honestly, that's the catch 22.
Mm-hmm.
That's the catch 22 because they do have a soul. They do have a heart for whoever, right? And as soon as we don't do our part, they retaliate. That's when the retaliation comes up. But I think the average black woman has the soul to think through the decisions before the
We
moves are made.
protect you.
Yeah, yeah. Ain't no way no black woman would have known that Shannon Sharp was up for 100 million and she would have did all that. Ain't no way in the world. She would be like, all right, look, I still don't F with you, Shannon. Like she talking like Monique. I still don't F with you, but
Mm-hmm.
you gonna give me 10 million. I ain't gonna say nothing. And
Mm-hmm.
she'll probably will stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
So even Cassie, I think Cassie was mixed, but look at how long she was with Puff.
Mm-hmm.
Puff abused that girl for I don't know how long, and she was with him holding it down. So for me, it's just all right. Yeah, at some point, fellas, I know they might look attractive. The snow bunnies might look like a good option, but don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But any last words before we wrap?
To say he probably wasn't used to it. I mean, I can speak for myself, but
Hmm.
growing up in the hood, and then once you get out and you get exposed to new environments, and you start to see new things and see how other people are treating, let's say other women are treating their men or significant others, you be like, dang, that's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? You might want to go try it, and like, oh, my girl never says nothing like that to me. I might want to try that. But at the same time, when you get in trouble, nobody's gonna have your back like a black woman.
Say
And then
not.
it's like you said, it's the soul. I also appreciate the attitude, because sometimes I need to know, like, not like how much you'll put up with, but show me that you care. And it's in that
Right.
attitude. And it may not be the attitude directed towards me, just it could be attitude directed to somebody else. Because if I'm looking at, let's say, another race, I know she ain't gonna do nothing to me. She ain't gonna say nothing crazy to me. It's just like that feeling, even though she might try it. But I'd be like, get out of here, man. You ain't been through nothing. You can't tell me nothing. But it's a different feeling when talking to the black woman, because if you say something to her crazy, she gonna say something back, and it sparked that
Yeah, she
love
gonna check
again,
it.
and just that attitude, like you said, the soul. It's all there, and it takes you back to a place like how I was raised, or like that mother, because it's something there for sure. You don't get that from everybody.
Yeah,
That's true.
I agree. I agree.
It's
Okay.
been.
Have
Mm-mm.
anything?
I mean, I've learned to understand that y'all need a clear mind to handle a lot of things, and you prefer snow bunnies over chocolate chips. I
Oh,
mean,
no, 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 no. That's not what we didn't say that.
How did you get that out of this
We
whole
we,
conversation?
we didn't
How
say
did you
that.
get that?
it did say that they
How did you?
appreciated us, ladies. It did say that.
Oh Jesus! About to say, do we need a
Absolutely.
therapy session? See what I just said, Chris. Remember what I started with? The black woman need the therapy. Oh, but anyway, this is a great show. This is a great show. Uh, I don't have any bills to pay. I already invited y'all to Mom's Musical. We do have some more things coming up as far as the lucrative love goes. Uh, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. I don't know. I haven't told Kay yet, but I don't know if we're gonna do a show next week. So y'all can get some clips. Huh? Y'all get some clips. But anyway, we'll let y'all know. Keep yourselves posted. Make sure you follow Lucrative Love Experience on YouTube, on Instagram. Where else we at,
YouTube,
Kay?
Instagram. We're not on TikTok.
I'm not on
We
TikTok. All
are.
right, we're gonna fix that at some point. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. But thank y'all. Thank y'all. See y'all next week. Peace.